Mariska Hargitay did not have the chance of growing up with her biological mother. Actress Jayne Mansfield died in an accident when Mariska Hargitay was only 3 years old. Her father won full custody of her and her siblings and then remarried. With his new marriage came a new mother figure who would raise the children like her own. Up to this day, Mariska Hargitay and her stepmom maintain a close relationship. Here's a look into how she gained a new mother figure in her life. Mariska Magdalena Hargitay is a multilingual actress, director, activist, and philanthropist born on January 23, 1964. She majored in theater and made her first feature in Ghoulies in 1984. She refused to change her name and appearance like her mother did and decided to create a different path to stardom for herself. Mariska appeared in Falcon Crest, leaving Las Vegas, but it was her role in in 1998 that gave her career the jolt it needed. Soon she landed the role of Detective Olivia Benson in Law & Order, Special Victims Unit. Her parents' amazing love story. Vera Jane Palmer was born on April 19, 1933. The actress, who always wanted to be a star, lost her father at 3, married Paul Mansfield at 16, and had her first child at 17. After their divorce in the early 1950s, she decided to keep his name. The actress soon became one of the leading sex symbols of the 1950s and 1960s. From being a model, she went on to become a TV star as she starred in The Girl Can't Help It, The Wayward Bus, Kiss Them for Me, and more. Mickey Hargitay was born Miklos Hargitay on January 6, 1926. He began bodybuilding once he arrived in the U.S. from Hungary in 1947 and won Mr. Universe in 1955. The actor who worked as a carpenter and plumber before his big break was the first to receive the Joe Weider Lifetime Achievement Award in 1999. He starred in The Loves of Hercules, Delirio Caldo, Bloody Pit of Horror, and more. Mickey was also a successful real estate investor and contractor. Mickey and Jayne met when she attended a Mae West performance where he was one of Mae's muscle men. She fell in love with him, and in no time, their relationship developed. The development of their relationship did not please West, as Mickey had lost his affection for her. West called a press conference and ordered Mickey to denounce his relationship with Jayne. Instead of Mickey denouncing his relationship with Jayne at the press conference, he revealed they were very much in love and had discussed marriage plans. They married on January 13, 1958, and Jayne believed they were into something so beautiful. The couple who loved children were ecstatic to bring children into the world. They had Miklos, Zoltan, and Mariska. Mickey and Jayne loved their children so much that they took them around whenever the couple had performances. Jayne never believed in leaving her children for someone else to bring up. Unfortunately, Jayne and Mickey's relationship became strained, and they divorced in August 1964. Despite their divorce, they remained good friends. With their marriage, they had 5 children between them. Mickey had a daughter, Tina, with his first wife, Mary Burge, while Jayne had a daughter, Jayne Marie Mansfield, with her first husband. Jayne Mansfield's tragic death. On June 29, 1967, Jayne was in a car crash that took her life. She was on her way to New Orleans with the driver Ronald B. Harrison, the lawyer, Samuel S. Brody, and her 3 children with Mickey. Their car struck the rear of a trailer truck, and Jayne, Harrison, and Brody died instantly. The kids survived the crash, but they sustained injuries. They laid Jayne to rest at Fairview Cemetery outside of Penn Argyle. Mickey erected the heart-shaped headstone marking her grave. Years after her death, some fans still visit her grave. Mariska, who was 3 when her mother died, learned about living with crisis very young. She said, "Gaining a new mother figure. Months before Mariska's mother passed away, her father Mickey remarried and tied the knot with Ellen Ciano. Ciano is an actress known for Mr. Universe, Blonde in Hollywood, and E! True Hollywood Story. Once Ciano came into Mariska's life, she could fill the void Jayne left. Mariska remembered that Ciano was great, sweet, and cared for her. Ciano also loved Mariska as she said Mariska was always laughing, joking, hugging, and touching. While reminiscing on how Mariska grew up, Ciano said she was an angel. 6 years after Mariska lost her mother, tragedy struck again as she almost lost her second mother. Ciano's friend recalled that Ciano was horrifically injured after a plane crash. Mariska never saw Ciano as her stepmother and called her mom. Mariska said they felt blessed because Ciano embraced them and loved them quickly. She further said she was very fortunate to have a maternal figure in her life after losing her birth mother. Mariska is now a mom of 3. When Mariska was around 9 or 10 years old, she and her parents traveled to Thailand and India. She wondered where their mothers were on seeing kids alone on the streets. Then she realized that they didn't have mothers, but they were resourceful, soulful, and intelligent. She already had maternal instincts and wanted to take them home at that age. Advertisement. Mariska learned that unrelated people can become parent and child from that trip and that yearning never left her. After she married Peter Herman, they decided to adopt. After their first child, August, they tried adopting and were met with a few heartbreaks before they had a breakthrough. They successfully adopted their second child, Amaya. Shortly after Amaya joined their family, they heard of a 2-month premature baby whom they wasted no time adopting and named him Andrew. On her journey to motherhood, Mariska was so excited to become a mom that she started wearing maternity pants the moment she knew she was pregnant. After childbirth, Mariska embraced her curves as she says they scream that she's a mother. Even though she tries to keep fit, she believes that women should not allow their shapes to define them.